Good morning and welcome to day 28 of the third annual WSOP Daily Spaces coverage and the longest running poker space. I'm Sherry Pluskota, aka Peaches, and I'll be your host this morning. And I'm sure some of the co hosts will be along just in a few minutes. Good morning, Exec Deck, D Man. Hey, Dana, how are you?
Good morning, Sherry. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for joining me, everybody. Appreciate you. Many thanks to my sponsor, Elevator Results. If you need a tailor made workout plan to help you lose weight or gain weight, Elevator Results can design that plan. Follow them on Twitter and check out their site at elevatorresultspt.com. A reminder you can find the recordings of my past spaces on my YouTube channel at Sherry Pluskota 9212. Please subscribe, it's free of charge. Also, we try to give the most accurate and updated information possible, but we're human and make mistakes, as well as the information is always fluid in the poker world. So please double check any information we provide to ensure yourself the best experience possible. And please correct us if we're wrong so we can disseminate the correct information. We will not be offended. I'm going to start out by just reading the WSOP schedule for today. Um, Let me pull up the non bracelet events. Okay, so at 10 a.m. is day one of event number 61, which is the $500 no limit freeze out. Lots of buzz around here about that tournament. In the elevator at wee hours this morning, somebody was saying that there was just nearly 1,000 people already signed up for that. At 11 a.m. is day three of event 53, the $1,500 millionaire maker. 12 p.m. is day one of event 62, which is the 5K no limit six handed tournament. At 1 p.m. is day two of event 60, the 3K limit six handed tournament. At 2 p.m. is the final day of event 59, the 1K Battle of the Ages. Also at 2 p.m. is day one of event 63, the $1,500 low ball triple draw six handed tournament. Moving over to the landmarks and deep stacks, at 1 p.m. is a $250 daily deep stack. At 3 p.m. is a $625 landmark into the $5,300 tournament. At 6 p.m. is another PPC landmark. At 3 p.m. is a $240 landmark for a 2K in chips. At 4 p.m. is $400 no limit daily deep stack turbo. At 6 p.m. is a $5,300 landmark into the 50K tournament. At 6 p.m. is a $580 no limit landmark for 5,000 in chips. At 8 p.m. is a $200 daily turbo. And at 10 p.m. is a $135 landmark for $1,000 in chips. So that's what's going on around the WSOP today. That's what the schedule looks like. Moving right along, I'm just going to read some of the other schedules and get them out of the way this morning. Over at the Win today at 11 o'clock is a ladies event. It's a $600 buy-in, 50K guarantee. 12 p.m. is a no limit 1B flight, $3,500 buy-in, $4 million guarantee. And at 1900 hours is the satellite to the $3,500 tournament, giving 10 seats away. It's a $500 buy in. Over at the Venetian is day three of the seniors event, starts at 11, that restart. Then at 11:10 is a no limit tournament, $1,100 buy in, $200,000 guarantee. Today is day two over at the Venetian of the Ladies High Roller tournament, and I'll get into some of those stats in a moment. Over at the Aria today at 11 o'clock is their no limit tournament, $1,100 buy in, 250K guarantee. And at the Poker Go Studio at 1500 hours is their $10,500 buy in. You get a discount, I believe, of $500 if you register early for that tournament. over at the Poker Go studio. Let's not forget the Aria is giving away hoodies if you make it to the final table. So there's a little added bonus. Over at the MGM Grand today at 8 a.m. Had I not gotten home from church at 3 a.m., I probably would have headed over to this tournament. At 8 a.m. is a satellite to the 800 plus $300 in cash. They're giving away one package. It's a $140 buy-in. At 10 a.m. is Flight 1E of their No Limit tournament, $800 buy-in, $400,000 guaranteed. 1,800 hours at the MGM is another one of those satellites for $140. Two packages will be given away. Again, that is satellite into the 800 plus 300 in cash. Also at 1,800 hours is their Big O tournament, $250 to enter, 5K guarantee. And at 2,100 hours at the MGM is a $150 buy-in, 3K guarantee, no limit tournament. Over at the Orleans at 11 is a no limit tournament, $400, 40K guarantee. At 1,600 hours over at the Orleans is a horse tournament, $240 buy-in, 10K guarantee. At 1,800 hours is their no limit tournament, $200 buy-in, 15K guarantee. And at 2,200 hours is their, oh no, I keep forgetting. I need to go through my whole notebook and cross that one off. Remember that Survivor that used to be scheduled at 2,200 hours at the Orleans has been canceled for the rest of the summer. 10 a.m. today is Super Seniors event. This was added from their very first schedule they released a few months ago. This tournament was added as a schedule change. It's a Super Seniors, $400 buy-in. Not talking about guarantees. 12 o'clock is their 5-card PLO Big O tournament, $400 buy-in. And at 1,600 hours is their No Limit tournament, $120 buy-in, and at 1,800 hours is another no limit tournament with a $200 buy-in. So that's some other stuff going on around town. And let's say hello to Brad. Hello, Brad.
Hello, good morning, everybody.
Good morning. How are you?
Good, good.
Awesome. Glad you came to visit with us this morning. I know your life has been crazy the last month, so I'm always
Yeah,
happy to see you, buddy.
I appreciate you.
Absolutely. How'd your Sunday streaming go?
The stream is good. It was cool. I didn't really play this much play that much this last week or so, and uh, but it was good. It was a good stream. It was a lot of fun.
Awesome. Um, do you want to tell folks what you do on Sundays?
Yeah, I appreciate the plug, the opportunity. Every Sunday, pretty much every Sunday, I stream Club WPT. I've been streaming Club WPT Gold. I've been streaming for the Stream Team fam for about 3 years now, and I actually just recently started my own YouTube channel. I've been doing interviews with people like Sherry. I've had some things getting in the way of my editing, but I have your video published. It is on my YouTube channel.
Oh, awesome.
Yes, I'm really excited. I just made the public announcement yesterday about my YouTube channel. Um, but I've been
Awesome.
also interviewing some awesome people in the poker community. And I plan on putting a lot more content on YouTube as well. So I'm really excited.
Well, good luck with that, Brad, for sure. I appreciate that interview.
Yes,
And let me know that it's been published on your YouTube channel. So watch him
yes,
on his Twitch channel on Sunday afternoons. Just check out his Twitter account, and you can find all the links you need to get to find him in his Twitch channel and now his YouTube channel. Um, I'm trying to get Karen up here. You maybe hold on. Let me switch it to just speaker instead of co-host. Maybe she can. Hey, Karen, how are you?
Hey, how's it going?
It's going well, thank you. So, did you get ACR folks get to meet yesterday, or did your boss win something fun?
And I've got an earbud in too, so I hope you can hear me okay. But yeah, I got my boss unfortunately busted out right before dinner time. We were going to meet on the dinner break because he and a couple of the stormers were still in, and then I think one of the stormers busted, and then Adam busted. So, sad for him, but that meant we got to have a longer dinner, and then we kind of hung out a
Awesome.
little bit after. Yeah, it was fun.
Where'd you guys go for dinner?
So we went to, I hope that I'm saying it right. I guess it's Alexis.
All right. I don't even know where that is.
So I didn't know where it was either. It's if you go into Paris, and then you go into Paris, and then you take the right side towards all the food.
Yes.
It's just still that same diagonal, like right and up, like but still going.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's like at the very far edge of Paris, but where all the food places are. It's real good.
What type of cuisine?
It's Italian,
Oh, yum.
and so
Yum.
I wasn't super hungry, but I got Brussels sprouts and bread.
Oh, yummy. That sounds
No,
horrible, but I'm glad
no,
you enjoyed it.
oh, I love it. But then we went to breakfast this morning. Ben and I did, and he went to play poker, and I came back to get ready, and I opened the room, man, because I had leftovers, and then, man, the room the room
You
doesn't
could
smell
smell
that
it.
great. Brussels
Smells
sprouts or
probably like a
cabbage.
night out. It probably smells like a night out in Vegas.
I mean, it was like, ugh. So, but I will eat them. I will eat every last Brussels sprout because
Well, if you would have
they were
said
good.
broccoli, I would have been in, but not them Brussels sprouts, unfortunately. I've tried them every which way and I just don't like them. As much as I wish I did, but just don't like them. Yeah, but I'm glad you do, and I'm glad the dinner was fun. And are you playing the win today? What are you playing today, or the freeze out?
Yeah. So I decided to do the freeze out, and everybody keeps talking about the win. What is the win event everybody's doing?
That's a ladies' event.
Oh, that's right, Mel, because Mel mentioned that one. I think she sat it in. So I didn't realize. Okay, yeah, she's been hitting those ladies events hard, but yeah, I'm doing the freeze out and
Okay,
and
very
hope for the
good.
best.
Are you going to register on time, or are you registering late today?
I'm already registered, so as we're talking, I'm just trying to finalize getting ready, and then I'll head out here in about 20 minutes.
Sweet. Well, good luck to you, my friend.
Thank you.
You bet. You bet. I see
What have
Sarah
you been
down there.
doing?
Let me give a shout out. Hold on. Hey, Sarah, if you want to come up and let us know what you've been up to, please do if you have the time. Yesterday, we went to, let's see, yesterday, a friend of ours came that lives here. Actually, we know him because I coached him in t-ball with my kids. And so now he and his brother, his whole family moved here many years ago. So they are local. So he came and we went out to Giordano's for pizza. Then we did a little bit of gambling. I know, big surprise here in Vegas. I tried to take a nap yesterday. I am not sleeping well here. That didn't work out. So we ended up going to Binion's last night for dinner. And for those that haven't heard me say this in the past, excuse me, if you like a good shrimp cocktail with a shrimp or, the size of your palm, see the pictures I tweeted this morning. Jack Binion's is the place to go get a shrimp cocktail. And you could just have that as a meal. I've done that before. I've just gone there and had their shrimp cocktail appetizer as a meal because you get these 5 huge shrimp and they're delicious. So, anyway, we went to Binion's last night and then we were at church. Well, I was at church until about 3 this morning. Ed, who's over here trying to wake up, was at church until 5 or 6 this morning. But anyway, here we are. Want to welcome Sarah. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing great. I can't believe I'm up right now. I should probably be asleep. As some of you guys know, I'm working at the Venetian as a poker host this summer for about 7 weeks. So I only have 3 weeks left, which breaks my heart. I was nervous because I had never been to the Venetian before working for them, but I have to tell you, I absolutely freaking love it. My coworkers are amazing, and all but maybe one or two tournaments that I've worked, we've like smashed the guarantees of, and that's just so cool to be a part of.
Absolutely. I can't believe you're almost like you're on the downslope of those days you're working.
I know.
I can't believe it's been that long since I saw you in Atlanta, honestly.
Yep.
And yet it seems like it's eternity ago because I haven't been home since. But yeah, that's crazy. 3 more weeks and you're done. And I'm so glad you're enjoying it. And Poppy was in here the first week we were broadcasting, I think, or maybe the start of the second week. And he was talking about having just met you and he thought you were a delight. So I just wanted to pass that on to you.
Aw, I do try my best.
Well, I'm a fan. I'm a fan. Well, hopefully I'll get to see you soon in person. And what do you got going today?
I might play a little bit of cash this afternoon. Yesterday, I got to grind for like 9 glorious hours at the win. I have to like limit how many tournaments I do because I start working at night, most nights around midnight, and like knock on wood, hopefully you're still in the tournament then. So for the most part, I've been playing cash. And then I've got work tonight, so it's going to be a good full day.
Awesome. Very cool. And where are you going to play cash at?
Probably the win again. I'm not sure. I haven't really gotten to enjoy that room too much. And so far, I have 2 for 2 wins there. And I try not to be superstitious, but that does feel good. So I'll probably be back.
Nothing wrong with some superstitious stuff if it's working in your favor.
Yep.
Just saying. Okay, so let's talk about your experience in Vegas. Anything that has surprised you?
Surprised me. I mean, the cutesy answer is genuinely how much I've been loving it. I thought I'd miss home more. Summer camp is fucking awesome.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
How about a favorite new restaurant in Vegas? Anywhere that's stuck out in your mind?
Yes. So my girlfriend and I went to Dawn's Prime Steakhouse, which is
Okay.
in Fontainebleau, and it is a pricey ticket. You have to know that going into it.
Right.
But oh boy, did we treat ourselves to a lush meal, and the service was out of this world. I have nothing but the best to say. So, especially if you have a special occasion or you run deep and you win, I highly recommend Dawn's.
Nice. Well, that's good to know. Uh, I've actually been hearing some really good things about not only that restaurant, but that casino. And I haven't been there yet, but one of these days, if not this trip, the next one,
Nice.
definitely want to get over there and see that casino for sure. What about any new favorite things to do in Vegas? Like, is there something besides places to eat that you're like, you know what? Every time I go to Vegas, I'm going to make sure I do this.
Yes, I actually have been to, and I'm going to mispronounce it. I'm not sure if it's pronounced Arte Museum or Art Museum. It's
Okay.
this like light exposition gallery that you walk through, and it's all dark and mysterious until you get to this big room with this light show in it. And there's about, I think, like 10 different shows basically, and Jamie Vertusio and I went, and I loved it so much that when my husband visited this past weekend, I took him as well. It was that good.
Awesome. You know what? When I saw your post, that was the first time I had ever heard of that place. And I was like, oh, that kind of looks kind of cool. So,
Yeah.
what area is it located? Is it toward downtown, or is it off the strip, or nowhere near the strip?
I am so geographically challenged. It's so
Okay,
embarrassing.
no worries. We'll
Um,
look it up on the map.
yeah, look it up because I'm gonna answer it right or wrong, and either way, I'm gonna have no confidence about it.
And guess what? It is okay. No worries. I am name challenged and you are direction challenged, and it
Yes.
is okay. Uh, awesome. Well, I'm so excited you've been having so much fun and enjoying your summer job, so to speak, at summer camp.
Yeah, thank you. And thanks for having me
Absolutely.
on.
Say that again.
And thanks for having me on.
Oh, you're always welcome, as you know. We talked about that in the past. Everybody's welcome, and please do stop by and let us know what's going on. Um, hopefully, I'm going to see you at Joey's meetup game. However, I'm hoping more to still be in that ladies tournament. So,
Yeah.
but maybe I'll get to see you over at the Venetian in the next few days. But I'll be here for a little bit longer
Yeah.
anyway. But
And I think Jamie K has a meetup game tomorrow at
yep,
9 a.m. I
yep.
If I'm awake, I'm going to try to go for an hour to like meet people, say hi, and just support. I love supporting meetup games.
Yeah, and I was going to talk about that in a little bit, but since you brought it up, we're going to talk about Jamie Kurtzetter has her meetup game at the Venetian tomorrow from 9 till 12. So I am definitely planning on going over there. Um, I may be broadcasting the space from over there. I haven't decided yet because my son also leaves tomorrow. So I may just run a quick space in the morning and then head over there. I don't know. Haven't thought about it, but I will definitely be at that meetup game tomorrow for sure. Highly recommended. It is a ladies meetup game, cash game, of course, for those that may not know, at the Venetian. So I'm glad you brought it up and we could put that out there for Jamie for sure. And then Joey's having a meetup game. Hold on, I'm going to pull it up. I did retweet it for those that want to look at the tweet. Let me pull it up though, so I make sure I have the correct dates. This is Friday and June 27th and Wednesday, July the 2nd, 9 p.m. And it's going to be a pot limit Omaha game, which you guys know I don't even fucking play, but I'm probably just going to go play and burn off some money. So just come gather my chips, people. I just thought it would be a fun way to, you know, play it live for cash. Why not? And have some fun dishing out some chips. But anyway, so that's what Joey has going on at the Venetian as well. Anything else you want to tell us about, Sarah? How about your new latest book? Why don't you tell us the title of it?
So, my newest book that I am so over the moon about is called Shuffle Up and Deal with It, Tales from Dealers Worldwide. And basically, each chapter is a dealer telling their dealer life story. And I've got a few chapters of underground dealers, a few chapters of traveler dealers, a few chapters of WSOP dealers. And like and a few chapters of international dealers. And I'm just so thrilled to highlight dealers because I just like, where would the game be without them, frankly?
Right.
And there's just such a wealth of information about professional players and how to play the game and that kind of stuff. And I really thought it was due to have them in the limelight.
Awesome. I will look forward to that book for sure. I love my dealers. I try to highlight them myself when I'm at a table. I try to tweet their pictures if they're doing a good job because, like you said, we need them at the table doing a good job. So, love it. Love it. Love it. How can people find copies of your book?
Honestly, you can just go on Amazon. If you want a signed copy and to really support me, because Amazon takes a big chunk out of each book sale, you can go on my artist website, which is Sara O'Connor Fine Art /books and get a signed copy from me.
There you go, people. And just in case you guys don't know Sarah or haven't visited with us and Sarah in the past, not only is she a budding poker player because she's relatively new to the game, but she's an author, an artist, a lawyer. Are you a candlestick maker? I forget.
No, what's the like dish soap maker?
Jack of all trades and master of all. So good for you, Sarah, and congrats on that latest released book for sure. Anything else you want to bring up, love?
No, I see the magic of Vegas. I've decided that I'm saving any and all WSOP events for me for like next year or next year. I'm not ready to pop that cherry just yet, but like the magic is viscerally real.
Yes. And, for those of us that have been in this space every morning since day one of the WSOP, it's really hard to do the daily coverage without getting FOMO that you're not there yet. Like we're like biting at the bit to catch a plane and get there because we're just, you know, we feel the same way you just described for sure. Love it. I'm going to welcome ASG. Good morning, bud.
Good afternoon.
Or that. How are
All right.
you awake? I mean, it
Yeah,
may
yeah,
be afternoon, but are you awake?
yeah. Halfway through my workday.
No. And I'm just regretting getting up because I haven't gotten enough sleep yet. But it's okay. We keep muddling through every day. All right, you guys, let me make some announcements and get these off my list of things to do. The Venetian Ladies High Roller event started yesterday. It was a $2,500 buy-in. 117 registered, 39 are left going into today and day two. The prize pool is at 257,000. The chip leader going into today is Lisa I think it's Schusler at 357,000 in her chip stack. Jackie Burkhart has 273K and Jamie Kurtzetter has 255,000. Reminder that meetup game tomorrow at the Venetian at 9 a.m. Some notables in that field to still win it are Kathy Liebert and a friend of mine, Naomi Pezzol, which you may remember her was at our meetup game at the Bellagio this past December. She dropped in, donated her stack. I won't mention to who, but she's still salty about it. Love you, Naomi. Good luck, my friends. Tag team event is tomorrow. And if you are playing with if you have a tag team partner, you have to register at the cage. That is not a tournament you can register online. It is $1,000 per team. Remember, you have to register at the cage. I want to stress that more and more because it could be frustrating if you're trying to register online and you're trying to figure out what the hell's going on. So get over to the cage with your partner and register for that event. Yesterday, I mentioned that Resorts World not only has stopped charging for parking, but they also have stopped collecting resort fees. Well, I saw a tweet yesterday that that's not quite true. They're not, they are, resort fees have been done away with only through September 11th. So it's not forever, but still, that's still amazing. You can stay at Resorts World with no resort fees until 9/11 of this year. So I want to make sure everybody knew that. Over at South Point, Kings and Queens tournament had 84 entries. Desiree Denise was crowned the winner and crowned the queen, and she won 3K. John Jankowski came in second, for $1,900. So the ladies, or should I say the queens, ruled the day. Diane took down the daily over at South Point for $3,900. And Georgiana via Chop took down last night's 10 p.m. tournament, which had 59 entries. And they did a chop, and she got just under first place money, which was $1,200. Over at the Win, Clement Bonnet took first via chop for $53,000 in the $1,100 no limit tournament. Max Nurnbauer took down the PLO 3K tournament. The prize was $169,000. there were 286 players. Sang Sim took down the Win $1,100 No Limit Turbo for $45,000. There was 189 entries. Over at the Venetian, Jonathan Dimming took down the Big O Bounty Tournament for $40,000. Over at Resorts, Troy Clogston took down Event 34, which was a $400 daily for $16,000. Barry Bolden took down Resort World's event number 37, the Omaha 8 or better for $8,800. And that's all I have as far as winners around town. I did want to let everybody know, especially if you're a big Dolly Parton fan, and for some reason I feel like could be ASG. If you're a big Dolly Parton fan, ASG, starting tickets are going on sale for her show at the Caesars Coliseum. She's going to be there from December 4th through December 13th. The tickets go on sale on June 25th at 10 a.m. So get lined up, ASG, for those tickets. I know that's you. Over at, let's see, I think that's it as far as my announcements are concerned. ASG, you have anything to add?
Yeah, I'm just busy in December. So, but Dolly Parton's great. But yeah, I can't think of the last concert I went to. Period.
I hear you. I guess my next concert, anyway, as far as I know at this point in time, is going to be when I go see the Eagles in October. So that's going to be fun for sure. Thank you, Joey Ingram, for those tickets. Karen, I know you're getting ready to go out the door. Is there anything you'd like to add before you do? She's probably running across the room.
Sorry. No, everything's good. I'm just about to head out the door myself.
All right, honey. You have the best luck you could ever have on that felt today.
Thank you so much.
You bet. You bet. Reminder that the Poker Org Legends Lounge opens June 24th through July 11th, and they put the hours down as 10 a.m. till very late, is what they have it listed at. So that will be June 24th, the Poker Org Legends Lounge. And of course, the WPT Gold Lounge is open Thursday through Sunday, 5 p.m. through 9 p.m. at the Old Red Building in front of the Horseshoe. It's right on the corner of Las Vegas Boulevard and the Flamingo Boulevard. Believe me, you can't miss it. It's a beautiful, brand new red brick building. So there's a little update for you on all that stuff, you guys. Dana, do you have anything you'd like to bring up or add?
Nope, we're good here. Thank you.
Well, thank you. And I'm so happy Sarah had to duck out. I know she did. I was so happy she stopped by and kind of updated us on her summer. Um, and I'm happy she's enjoying working at the Venetian this summer. She was uh, hesitant at first because she didn't know what to expect. She had never been to the WSOP or summer camp, and to actually be working and away from her husband for so long. So I'm really excited that she is enjoying that experience for sure. And I see Sean down there in the goo, and I want to give you a shout out, Sean. You weren't here when we've been giving you and your staff flowers for the last couple of days. Thank you for the royal treatment, is all I've got to say. It was amazing. We loved the Bellage. The treatment was phenomenal. The service impeccable for sure. You guys are doing a great job, and you're doing it right for sure. So appreciate you, Sean. Appreciate the staff over at the Bellagio, Craig and Tom, and all the dealers, everybody. It was a phenomenal day for sure. Had a blast. I see Exec Deck down there who was there as well, and looks like he's agreeing. ASG, any news on our fantasy team? I haven't looked it up.
I haven't looked it up for a couple of days. No.
I think I made a note on something here. Let's go over the the WSOP results. Because I do have a note that I think Steven Song is still in it to win it on one of these. So I'll just go over that stuff real quick, and we can see if any of our spacers are still in it. All right, the Millionaire Maker event number 53 is still going on. What is this, day 45? I don't even know anymore. Anyway, there were 11,996 runners. Going into today, there are 357. How is that still possible? I don't know, but there is.
Day 3.
Day 3, yes. And there is 1.2 million in the prize pool. There is $1 million waiting. No, I'm sorry. There's 16.5 million in the prize pool. There is 1.2 million waiting for the first place winner. Second place will get 1 million. What a prize pool. The chip leader going into today is Louis, I think it's Ferreira, maybe, has 8 million in chips, and Cullen Ball has 3 million in chips. So good luck to them. Steven Song is in 69th place with 1 million in chips. So still in it to win it. Come on, Steven, you can do it. Team Spacers need you. Some notables still in to win it also would be Jeff Platt, Barry Schulman, and Preston McEwen. If you guys remember, I interviewed him. He's part of the gang that plays a lot in the Gulf Coast series and down at the Beau Rivage in Biloxi. I'll spit it out. So good luck to them. I'm hoping to go actually rail Preston maybe today. We'll see. Let's see, event number 57 was the 50K High Roller Pot Limit Omaha tournament, and there was 9.3 million in the prize pool. Dylan Lindy took it down and took home 2.1 million, and Stephen Chidwick took second for 1.4 million. Go ahead, Brad.
That's I'll wait because I think you're gonna get to the person I wanted to shout out, but I'll wait.
All right, perfect. All right, over at let's see, event number 58 was the 3K 9 game and mixed. I'm sorry, you guys know I don't play, so it's hard for me to decipher this sometimes. But it's a 9-game mixed tournament, and the chip leader going into today. Hold on. Let me go back for a minute. There were 409 runners. There are 144 remaining. $1.1 million in the prize pool. Why do I feel like this is yesterday? Somebody look up event number 58. Dana, are you there?
Yep, I'm here. I'll look it up.
Please look up event 58 for me. I feel like that's yesterday's results. Yeah, a little rough this morning. Okay, let's move on to event 59. The Battle of the Ages was a 1K guarantee. No, 1K buy-in. Lord of mercy, I need sleep, y'all. Church keeping me out to 3, 4, and 5 in the morning is killing me right now. Okay, there is 2.8 million in the prize pool. 3,074 runners, 461 return on Monday. No prizes were listed at the time, but here we go. Joseph Rowe is the chip leader with 595,000. William Hernandez in second place as far as chip stacks are concerned with 517,000. A notable in number 7, seventh place is Catherine Dever, has 426,000 in her chip stack. So good luck to all those folks. Day 1 of event 60 was a 3K six-handed limit. No, a 3K limit six-handed tournament. There were 343 runners. There's 100 returning for today. 949,000 in the prize pool. First place will get 200,000. The chip leader is Philip Tom with 380,000 from the United States, and Marco Johnson, also from the U.S., has 355,000 in his chip stack. A notable still in it to win it would be Stephanie Wynn at 15th place with 199,000 in her chip stack, and Benny Glazer, he's still in it to win it too. Will he get number 4? That'll be fun to watch for sure. Okay, who am I missing? I'm missing somebody.
What I was going to talk about Benny Glazer. I mean, some people will never win a bracelet in their life, and this guy's won 3 in just as many weeks. It feels like. I mean, what? That's so incredible. Like,
It's
wow.
unbelievable. Every time, every time you have somebody win two, you're like, holy smokes, they won two. And then, like Scott Seaver did last year, he's doing this year. Now it's number three. Wow. Like, what an achievement. I don't even know how many people have done that before. I don't remember. We talked about it last year. ASG, do you remember? How
What?
many,
How many?
how
Won
many,
3 in a year?
yeah, three or more in 1 year?
I think it's like 5 or 6.
Yeah, I think so too. There's not very
I think
many.
REA won 4 the year he won his Player of the Year, and
Nobody's won 4.
Nobody's
he
won
won
four.
3. He won 3.
Three or two.
Yeah,
I thought he won two, but I could be completely wrong.
yeah, I'm not sure, but
I'll
yeah,
tell you what, I'm going to
it's
make a
crazy.
note and try to remember to look that up for us.
Yeah, it was
Um,
like Puggy Pearson in the 70s, and then nobody did for another like 20 years, and then um, I think both Phil Ivey and
I think
Benny
Phil
Glaser
Ivey was,
won 3
yeah,
in like a week.
I think Phil Ivey was one of them too, but I'll try to remember to look that up and see if we can't talk about that if tomorrow or the next day. And because it's amazing. Like, really, three? Like, one was great, and now three is amazing. Like, how do you do that, people? Like, when they do that, do you think they're just having the sun run of their life or what?
Right, that's crazy. You guys remember? I don't know, maybe like 10 years ago, that wild bet with Vanessa Selbst and I think it was Jason Mercier. Somebody can
Yeah,
correct me. And
yeah.
she bet that he wouldn't win 3 bracelets or something like that, and then he won 2 bracelets like in the first like week.
Crazy.
A- And then at the final
Oh
table,
yeah.
she sells she sells she got bought out of the deal because she didn't want to come out of pocket. So what, it was like 20 to 1. It was a lot of money, and she just but yeah, that's I was just thinking about that. I don't even know if he ended up winning the third that year.
He did
But
not.
yeah, it's crazy.
That's amazing. I don't think I've ever heard about that bet.
Yeah, it was a drunken bet, and then he wouldn't let her out of it, and then it became a whole thing.
I'll send you a link, Sherry. It was a
Yeah.
big ordeal.
I either never heard of it or I just need my memory jogged. It's one or the other
It
for
was a
sure.
brutal breakup when it comes to like friendship. It was public. It was nasty.
Oh,
Yeah.
I hate that. I hate that.
So,
Bummer.
so here's the list. It was Puggy Pearson in '73, and that was back when there was only like 10 events. Um,
Did he get 3 bracelets? I want to make sure.
yeah, he
Okay,
got
go ahead.
1 in 4K 7 cards done, 1 in 1K no limit hold'em, and and then the main event. And then nobody did it again after '73 until '93 when both Ted Forrest and Phil Hellmuth got 3 in 1 year in that year. And then in '02, Phil Ivey did it. And then in '09, Jeff Lissandro did it. And then last year with Scott Seaver and now Benny Glaser.
Thank you for looking that up. I love what we do here because you know what? We all love to learn it, and somebody's always willing to look it up. ASG, I appreciate you looking that up for us as we're talking about it for sure. How impressive! Like three, and now Glazer is going to be added to that list, right? And who knows? He may be the first to get four, which would be amazing to set that damn record. Holy smokes!
I mean, it almost feels like, I hate to say it this early in the series, but it feels like he's a lock for the Player of the Year.
Oh, we'll look at those numbers too, um, for sure. I mean, it's going to be hard to beat him for sure. It's going to be hard to beat him. Yeah. I mean, yeah. How do you beat that? How do you beat that?
Well, right now he's in third place.
Who's in first?
Looks like it's Scott Bowman's in first.
Oh, Bowman.
I don't even know how to pronounce this guy's in second. João Felipe Martins Vieira.
All right, easy for you to say.
That's going to be what I'm going with.
Sounds
Glazer's
good.
in third, and then Isildur's in fourth.
Look at there. He's not even in first, Brad. Can you believe it?
That's crazy.
It's insane. And, and we've talked about that player of the year point system before. You know, shouldn't somebody that's won 3 bracelets, like, how is he not in first place? Like, I don't even know. And that's not to take it away from anybody else. I'm just saying, winning 3 bracelets should be really weighted. Or should it? I don't know. Interesting to think about, though. Well, maybe he won't end up in first, Brad.
We're only halfway through, so it's anybody's game.
Hell yeah. Can you guys hear Ed snoring?
No.
Well, it's so funny because I woke him up. I'm like, we don't want you in the background snoring. And of course, he got in at 5 or 6 this morning. So he's like, I can't help it. I'm up.
Yeah.
And every time I'm like, stop snoring, he's like, I'm awake. I promise I am. And I said, you know what? I'm going to let you snore on air so I could just let you listen to the recording of yourself on air. Oh,
You know what's
yeah.
funny? I was like half awake and Matthew was snoring a little bit, but then I realized I was being put to sleep by his snoring. Like it was very calming and it didn't bother me at all.
Charismatic. I love it. Yeah. And he will get wound up snoring. And
Yeah.
people, like my daughter, she and my other son, they can't deal with it. And they're like, I don't know how you sleep in the same room with him when you're in a hotel. And I'm like, you know what? I'm such a sound sleeper that his
Mm-hmm.
snoring never wakes me up. Or that, or I'm just so exhausted, I just don't wake up. I'm not sure. But yeah, it doesn't bother me, except when I'm on air trying to broadcast. Oh, I can't wait to have him listen. But anyway, all right, you guys, we're going to cut it short. Appreciate
I
all of
did
you
send
for
you that. Sorry to interrupt. I sent
perfect.
you that Event 58 information.
Perfect. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Uh, and I see Sean has joined us. And after we visit with him for a while, then I'll go around the horn. So if there's anything last you want to talk about, yeah, for sure, bring it up. We don't care if we're here longer, but let's have something to chat about for sure. Good morning, Sean McCormack.
Good morning to everyone, and a special good morning to you, Sherry. I did hear your kind words. I appreciate it. And we had a blast. Honestly, some of the Bellagio staffs asking, when are we doing another meetup game? Who's doing the next one? So they're definitely looking forward to you guys coming back in December and then back again next year. It was a great experience for all, and I'm glad you guys had fun with it. I can't stay too long, busy Monday morning, but he'll never hear this, but I want to give a shout out to Mark Winchell, who is at the Venetian Seniors final table. I believe it's a $1,600 event. You guys probably know his lovely wife, Andra. They're from the Tampa area. And
Tampa!
a
I know those people.
of course, and they're obviously have a special place in my heart as they're the only ones ever to get married in the Ivy Room. So that was a special experience for all. So you can find pictures of that and the story about that. I'm sure Poker News and everybody else covered it. But special shout out to him. He is coming in 6 out of 6 or 7 out of 7, I believe. I don't remember, but doesn't mean we can't spin it up and book a victory here. But good
Hell
luck to him.
yes. That's
Everybody have a
awesome.
great day at the tables. Good luck to you all as always. And I look forward to, like I tell everybody else, clicking my F4 button repeatedly to get refreshes on all of the chip counts and how you guys are doing. But good luck, guys. I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you, Sean. I appreciate you. And I'm going to tell you what I told the folks yesterday. I think it was, yeah, yesterday. When they said, when's the next meetup game? And I said, give me a week and then we could talk about it. Right now, I just need to let that one settle in. But thank you. We can't wait to do it again for sure, Sean.
You guys always
Appreciate
have
you.
a home at an MGM property. Love you guys. See ya.
Love you, buddy. Have a good day. Appreciate you stopping by. We're going to go around the horn to see if anybody has anything they like to bring up, chat about, complain about. There's no gossip today. Um, It's kind of a quiet morning. I will tell you, my little bit of vertigo started acting up yesterday. It didn't help to go into the hallway where they have all these geometric patterns. I felt like if you ever remember the old Batman episodes with the live actors when they would do the pow and somebody would kind of be dizzy and trying to walk and whatever. That's what it was like trying to walk down the hallway yesterday. So when I get off air, I'm going to do these little vertigo exercises that I learned last fall that worked immediately and see if I can't kind of nip it in the bud. But, I think it's kind of boring around the WSOP. I'm going to say it again, ASG, because the last time I did, all hell broke loose. But it's quiet, which is, it's nice. But at the same token, what do we have to talk about that's exciting? Like nobody's yelling and screaming, pulling down their pants, or, falling asleep at the table, or, talking about Cabral kind of gets old sometimes. So, Karen, act up today at the table, will you? So you can give us something to talk about.
I'll do my best.
I'll tell you what, don't act up, just win the thing. That would be a great topic to talk about. Win it, sister, win it. Brad, anything you'd like to bring up before we move along for the day?
No, I'm good. I just having a little connection issues. I had to leave and come back. But yeah,
No
no,
worries.
nothing really to add here.
Well, appreciate you. Hope things are getting smoother in your life, buddy, because we all know when things go haywire, they really go haywire. Dana, anything else you'd like to bring up or chat about?
Well, I did send you the event 58. I'm not sure how to go over it, but or if you wanted to. But also, I have to say, Mark and Andra are the absolute cutest, sweetest couple of the Tampa Bay poker community, and so I was just a bit excited when Brad gave him a shout out. And
I
good
love
luck
it.
to Mark at that final table. She does kind of like new stuff for the Elite Poker League in Tampa, and also what's going on in the Tampa poker world. And
Nice.
so,
Remind
um,
me of his name again.
Mark Winchell.
All right, I'm looking at this. I'm looking at this list. What is this 9 game mixed? Am I missing his name?
He's in the senior final table.
Oh, tell me
The
what
event
this.
58.
Oh,
You asked me
oh,
to look
oh
up
God.
event 58.
Oh my God, you guys! I told you I'm tired. Okay,
It's
got it.
okay.
I got it. I
That's what
got
I
it.
thought.
Okay, shit.
But I have a story about them. They are just the sweetest people. I satellited into a PPC game in Silk's Poker Room. That's the one that is on my Hemden mob. And I got second place. They stayed at the poker room. They'd never heard hide nor hair of me before. And they stayed there with me and Matthew all the way through till like 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. And
How
I'll just
nice was
never
that?
forget that. I'll never forget it.
As you shouldn't. That's amazing. So, first of all, I want to thank you for keeping me straight and looking up this information for event number 58. The chip leader is Jonathan, and his name is cut off, which is a little pet peeve of mine with this new app. They can move this shit over to the left some more. So, everybody's last name, unless they have 40 letters in it, can be seen. But the gentleman's name is Jonathan, and it's Glendin, and then the rest is cut off. He has 1 million in chips. John Kite is in second place with 1 million in chips as well. A notable is Jeffrey Madsen has 1 million in chips as well. David Bach has 840,000. So thank you for that update. I appreciate it.
You're
Um,
welcome.
and let's look at the prize pool is 1.3 million, and there are 18 left going into today. So, congrats and good luck to them for sure. Love it. And Dana, I love that story, and I love that people stick around and support you when you needed it. So that's very cool.
They were there. Uh, they helped Matthew mostly because he was a ball of nerves.
I love
We
it.
hadn't experienced anything like that before, so
I love it. Love it. Love it. All right, ASG, anything else you'd like to bring up, buddy?
Well, if you want controversy, some people were talking about possible collusion at the 50K PLO. There's some tweets about it.
Go for it. I have not seen or heard anything about it.
Oh, well, I mean, it's all speculative at this point. Just some people starting making interesting plays, I guess, to put it that way. And then, so the guy who finished eighth said when he watched back the stream, he thought some of the plays were kind of out of place.
So, did he call out anybody?
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, the person who made this raise with Jack 8-7-4, which is like just crazy. And
And who
then
was it?
Zal.
All right. And who's the one that's accusing Zhao of collusion?
Well, the guy who finished eighth was Venavidi, and then I pinned the tweet of this other guy who also thought it
Looks
sounded
suspect.
suspicious. Yeah, because he referenced some other hands as well.
Oh, interesting. Well, we'll have to dig into that. Is there anything else you'd like to tell us about that? Did you look at any of it? What did you think?
I mean, I as somebody who plays PLO, these are some weird plays. But I don't play enough tournament PLO, and this is a 50K, so these guys are definitely beyond my skill level. I would assume to be in a final table.
Got it. Maybe Poppy will look at it and come out with something about it. Go ahead, Brad.
Who was he saying he was colluding with? The Zhao and who else?
Ding.
Well, I would hate if that's the case for sure, but we all know it happens, right? So, it's not out of the realm of possibilities. Unfortunately, um, that's unfortunate. I hate to hear that because you hate any black cloud that comes over somebody's success story, and hopefully, it'll be proven not to be factual. But if people are raising an eyebrow, then you have to at least look at it and see what the hell's going on. I don't play the game, so me looking at it would be useless probably, unless I can pick up on some tells that they repeat a pattern in when their hands are going a certain way. But um, it'll be interesting to see if it blows up, if Poppy looks into it, or if Doug looks into it or not. If they see something in it or not. But interesting. So we got to keep our eye out for that one. Thank you, ASG.
That's very interesting. But also an accusation doesn't mean something's true.
Right.
So
Exactly.
I've seen these guys play, various, or at least Ding Biao. I've seen him play, I believe, on Triton, and so he's well known in that in poker. So I mean, maybe he was just acting super quickly or what have you. But yeah, I hate to see that even an accusation is being flown around.
Well, but at the same token, we have to expose
For
people,
sure.
right? So it's a sort of a double edged sword. Personally, if I suspected something, I would try to, get others involved behind the scenes to look at it, maybe
Hmm.
reach out to Joey and say, look at this stuff for me.
Yeah, there
I
you
was
go.
actually involved with it, so I may be a little biased or, have rosy glasses on. Could
Hmm.
you look at this with me and evaluate? Is there something going on or isn't it? I definitely would do it behind the scenes, but that's just who I am, right? And some
Yeah,
people go right to social media with it, and that's how they are with it. But I am not one to um, accuse, convict, and
yeah.
sentence people on social media. That is not who I am. But we have to have awareness and check it out. Now it's bringing eyes to it. Again, I
Hmm.
would do it behind the scenes, but they are not. And so here we are. All right, ASG. So if I go play this meetup game with Joey's little group, what should I do playing this game? Just fold every hand? What am I looking for starter hands?
Well, you want hands that connect with each other. So, like, basically, you have 4 cards, and every combination of 2 cards in the 4-card hand is like a starting hand. So you want a ton of, so you want cards that basically work well together. So, like, obviously, people would say aces, but also a hand like Jack 10, 9, 8.
Okay.
And, yeah, so
All right.
just
All right.
try to play hands that can make the nuts.
All right. All right. You guys can see my stack disappearing now, but it'll be fun. You guys know I like the life lessons. If I'm going to learn a new game, I want to just play it. Let me just play it, see if I like it, get my
Yeah.
whistle wet, whatever.
And you're learning it while you're, at a cash game, a fun environment. Unlike me, I had to learn PLO in a tournament that I accidentally entered.
No, and I'm going to tell you something. I have actually 10, maybe 12 years ago, I actually won a tournament playing Omaha. Okay.
Oh.
But I played it kicking and screaming because I went to go play the game, and normally it was a no limit tournament, but they decided they wanted to do Omaha that night. And I was like, I hate you guys right now because I really wanted to play poker, and I was like, okay, I'll play. And so they make fun of me every time now because they want to play, and I'm like, I'm not playing. I'm not coming. I'm not even coming. For 10 years, I'll tell them that I'm not coming if you guys are playing Omaha. And it's kind of funny. But I did the same thing when I got on ACR last year. I registered for a tournament, or maybe in this spring. Anyway, and it was an Omaha tournament or PLO tournament. I don't even remember. I just remember that it took me probably the first hour before I realized they were paying the high and the low hands. Like, honestly, I finally realized. I was like, "Holy shit! You don't even really know what you're doing because they're paying the high and the low, and you're only playing the high." Like, you're. But anyway, I still cashed. Oh God, so funny. I still cashed it. Yeah, 5 hours later, I think 11, I don't know, it's like a 22-cent tournament or 11-cent tournament. I think I made $4, 12 hours later. But anyway, here we are. So I definitely like the baptism by fire. Just go play the tournament, and it's, if I lose $200-300, that's, guess what? I got a poker lesson for $200-300. So anyway, so hey, Fats, how are you?
Hey, how you doing? Been there, done that. Forgot that it was high low and was just playing the high, or actually, I've done worse. I've played high low, not realizing it was high only. That's even worse. Because then you get to showdown, and all of a sudden you're trying to figure out why you didn't get pushed a pot, and then you're like, "What the hell happened here?"
I'm sorry for laughing, but I get it because literally it was at least an hour in before I realized they were paying the high and the fucking
Hey,
low.
I'll
Oh
tell you a
God.
funny story. I had a poker league when I was in Vegas, and it was it was like once a month. We met for like 10 weeks, and we paid so much, and then extra money went into prize pool, which the league winners would get towards World Series buy-ins, and then
Right.
you would own half, and then the rest of the league would have a percentage. So it was a horse league, and it was loaded with talent. I had Chip Jett, Keith Sexton, I had Tom McAvoy, and there was 4 other
I
people. There
gave
was 8 of us.
I get, speaking of Tom, to interrupt you for a minute, I bought one of his books and gave it away at the meetup game Saturday. It's
Oh,
interesting. Go ahead,
he
bud.
he, he needed the sale.
Well, guess what? I bought one for him.
That's that was very nice of you. I'll let him know you sold a book.
Yeah, I did. I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to buy one of Tom's books to give away, and that's what I did.
So we're playing we're playing in the league one night. We're playing horse, and we got this hand that I'm in, and I'm in there with this guy, and I've got him completely like board locked. He's got two jacks showing. I've already got a low made to at least a 10. The best he can have is a jack low. There's no way. And he's betting into me, and I'm raising it back, and he's raising me back. And he says, "Are you sure you know what you're doing?" I said, "What are you talking about? Am I sure I know what I'm doing? Are you sure you know what the hell you're doing? I have no idea what you're even doing in this hand." And then I realized we had just switched to stud high, and we weren't playing Raz anymore. So
Oh, that's funny.
never lived that one down.
I'm sure. I'm absolutely sure of it. I was kind of chuckling last night. I ran into a couple of friends, um, and they were sitting and watching me play craps on one of those electronic tables, which I need to bring up in a minute. But anyway, one of them was saying, "Oh yeah, Kenna James is my husband's poker coach." I was like, "Oh my god, that's amazing. He would really be a good poker coach." Like I had a free lesson with him one time, and I really enjoyed that lesson. And I thought, if I ever hire somebody, it's probably going to be him. So
I would stand behind Kenna
yeah,
for lessons. Absolutely.
for sure.
You'll get a lot of good philosophical information from
Yeah,
him too. He's very like spiritual or
yeah,
into like that kind of like
yeah,
thinking and stuff like that. And
100% more
he's
about
always
like,
challenging
yeah.
with that.
Yep, and let me tell you, in that 1 hour lesson, a lot of it was exactly that, like your mindset and why are you thinking about it like that, and why does that, you shouldn't even worry about that, and don't, because at the time I was having an issue with what I was reading or trying to learn about and how that applied in real life, like it wasn't working for me. And he was like, "Well, then why do you keep trying it if it's not fitting into your game? Like why do you think it makes sense to keep trying it?" And I was like, "Oh god, okay, thanks."
When I used to do, there was a stretch of one football season, I think it was 2 years ago, where he was doing a space on Monday nights, every Monday night, and during football.
Yeah,
And then he invited me in one night, and then I became his co-host for that for
yeah, I
the
was in
next
that.
like 6 or 7 weeks
I
until
was in there with you, remember?
until he stopped doing it. And he used to always take the discussions and then turn them into a whole philosophical lesson a lot of the times, and it was really really amazing just listening to him and
Yeah,
learning from him and seeing the other perspectives that he could bring on something.
no, 100%. I really enjoyed his spaces
And
too.
then you get my lack of expertise opinions on No Limit Hold'em, which was always a good thing for him to analyze.
All right, I want to give a shout out, and then I'm going to talk about something that happened at the craps table last night that I just reminded myself of. Of course, bathwater for buy-ins. I see you down there, Hussein and Michael. I got all those patches sewed on, Michael. Thank you, Exec Deck, Sandy Joy, and Modfather. Welcome, Avi. Hope you're doing okay, friend. Um, I know it's been a rough couple of months for you. All right, I'm going to talk about what happened at this electronic craps table last night. Now, this
Now, is
is,
this before you wandered home at 6 in the morning?
yes, I
Okay.
was 3 o'clock. My son was like 5 or 6. Anyway, this is the electronic craps table that actually has like a mini craps table that you alternate shooters at. So you're actually rolling the dice. Okay, somebody's actually rolling the dice, but all the betting, all that payout, everything else is electronic. Okay, so this guy who is betting probably $1,000 to $1,500 um, per shooter. Okay, big time.
Wow,
We're
that is
yeah,
a lot.
And this is a $5 table. Okay. So that's a lot at a $5 table. But anyway, it is his turn to shoot. We are knee deep in it. I bet he has probably rolled 20 times. I mean, we are all making money. Okay. We are all pushing our bets, making money. And all of us, and we need two numbers for the all talls and smalls. We need number 2 and number 12. Or we may have needed 2 and 3 and 12. But it was either two numbers or three. Okay. Which, if you don't play craps, if you get smalls, you're getting paid like 35 to 1. If you get talls, you're 35 to 1. If they get all, it's 100. I think it was 141, I think, at this table to 1. Okay. So you're talking about, good payouts. And this guy's rolling his brains out. All of a sudden, he goes to take his turn. And before he does, he doesn't have the dice yet. He goes to place some bets. And he's like, wait, my screen is locked. And the dealer goes, what do you mean? And the dealer looks at his screen. He goes, oh, yes, we have to get a payout. You've won too much money. They have to pay you out a hand pay or whatever before we can continue. So we stop. This is our shooter. We stop and wait 15 minutes for a slot attendant to come over, put their key into his unit that he's using to play on, prints out a ticket to get him under $1 threshold on the machine.
I know where this story's going.
Then she clicks it back or whatever the fuck she fucking does. And then he's allowed to continue to roll. What the fuck do you think he rolled next?
He rolls 7 on the next roll.
And I'm going to tell you something. My son and we both looked at each other and we're like, we're down. Like 3 minutes into the waiting. And we didn't even know at that point what was going on. We were all still like, what's going on? Why are we jammed up right now? Because we all had like messages on our machines. And so my son goes, we're down. Take him down. Take him. And so we literally cleared our bets down. So we didn't lose as much as the other people. But let me tell you something. The people were livid. I literally booed out loud. I was like, boo, this is bullshit. I mean, talk about icing the shooter.
Yeah, that's like calling the timeout before the field goal kicker kicks.
It was horrible. 15 minutes. 15 minutes before somebody came over there to take care of it. That's how long the shooter had to wait for their next roll. Horrible. And the reason why we figured it out, because we were like, okay, somebody's got to explain this to us. He got over $3,000 on his in his bank on the machine, and when you hit that threshold, they have to cash out some of the money for you. What kind of bullshit is that? I mean, you're even hurting yourself as the house because this guy was betting $1,500 a shooter. Why would you want to limit him and take money out of his machine? Like, does this really make sense to anybody?
Well, I'm not going to defend the casino there, but most likely a guy, if it's a $5 table, it's probably very rare anybody ever runs their bankroll up to 3,000 unless you have a guy who's firing away like that, which most people will fire away like that at a real table and not an electronic table. So that threshold's probably there and it's rarely hit. So
I meant to ask Sean McCormack, and if those of you that come in here every day can help remind me to ask him about this situation, because I really wondered if it was a gaming thing because he had won a hand pay. Like it's a hand pay because he won more than $1,500 on that machine. So they consider it a hand pay and it's got to be cashed out. I don't know. We were just kind of kicking around ideas last night, but we were also like, this is bullshit. Like, why would you do this? This doesn't even make sense from the player's point of view or the operator's point of view. So that's kind of why we think it may be a gaming.
Now I have to ask this question, Sherry.
Yes.
If after they reset the machine, he went on and threw another 20 rolls without a 7, would we have heard this story today?
Yes, because then it would have been, can you believe he didn't crap out and he rolled 20 more times and we got paid on the alls, talls, and smalls and we made $2,000 ourselves? Yeah, we would have still been talking about it. Just not in a ticked off sense, for sure. I'm going to tell you, everybody was so mad. Everybody got up and left. Every single person got up and left because everybody was so pissed.
Yeah, I could see that. Hey, can I need to address something with bathwater.
Go right ahead.
I was in a space the other day. I think it was in the meetup game space, and we were talking about the Hall of Fame and the topic of Matt Savage. I said, well, I think he'll eventually get in, but there's no rush getting him in. He still has to rebuild his reputation after destroying 7-card stud, as we know, for the changing that rule. And Bathwater was thumbs downing me, and then had responded in a DM that I didn't see till after the space that I don't know what I'm talking about when it comes to playing 7-card stud, and I would like to know what Bathwater's talking about, because I believe that Bathwater is completely incorrect in her assessment.
Well,
Or
his
assessment.
it is a male. I will say that Bathwaters is a male. And why don't you give the little history of why that's even a topic in spaces that you have brought up many times, including to Matt Savage, aka Towley himself.
You used to be in 7-card stud. If on 4th Street somebody paired their door card, then you can go to the big bet on 4th instead of waiting till 5th. And they've since changed that, and now you can only make the small bet on 4th, even if the door card is paired. And I think that was unnecessary to change that rule. It was changed, and so I've tagged Matt Savage as destroying 7-card stud as we know
it. So, and real fats, is a dog with a bone, and every time he saw Matt, he would bring it up and poke at him with it, and Matt is always taking those jabs and those funny jokes in stride.
Yeah, he's got a good sense of humor about it.
For sure. For sure.
But Bathwater doesn't seem to have the same sense of humor as Savage, but
but you see, I think it makes a difference when you tell the history of the conversation versus somebody just hearing it the first time. They're like, what the hell is Fats talking about? Is he off his rocker or what? I see my friend Stephanie down there. Steph, good luck today. If you want to come up and speak and tell us what you're playing today, you're more than welcome to. I'm going to send you a microphone. If not, it's okay too. I think you're going to play you're either playing the freeze out or the ladies event. I can't remember what you said last night, but you're more than welcome to come up onto the panel. Ash Kardash, how are you, honey? If you want to come up and update us on what you're doing, we'd love to have you as well.
Hey, Sherry, I just saw your pictures of dinner.
Did you like it?
Was that at Binion's, at the Binion's Steakhouse downtown, or at a Binion's in Bally's?
Binion's in the new Horseshoe, formerly known as Bally's. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. I used to love that that steakhouse upstairs up the elevator at Binion's downtown.
Yeah, I haven't been to that location yet, but the first time I had went to this one was last year, and I discovered their shrimp cocktail, which is flipping amazing. If you weren't here earlier.
Oh my God, they're huge.
Yeah, and you could just make a meal. I've gone in there and just made a meal out of the shrimp cocktail and not ordered anything else because it's, you get these 5 huge shrimp. You can see a picture on my Twitter account. Delicious, and it's more than enough for me. Like I can usually eat 4 and then I'm done. And then I try to give one away because they're huge.
When I first came to Vegas at Harrah's, there used to be a restaurant inside Harrah's on the Strip, which was like the Holiday Inn Harrah's, like next to, where but next to the Imperial
Oh
Palace.
yeah.
And there was a restaurant in there called Joe's Bayou,
Oh, I don't remember that one.
and it's no longer there. And I used to go there all the time, and I would get a large bowl of clam chowder, which came with these corn muffins, which were unbelievable.
Right.
And then for my dinner, I would order a triple shrimp cocktail.
Oh, yummy.
And that's what I used to eat every time I went there. And I used to love that place.
Yummy.
But no longer around. Joe's Bayou.
Well, I'm going to tell you, you brought up Harrah's. Harrah's used to have the best, in my opinion, salad bar in Las Vegas. And I love staying there because of that salad bar. You could go down to their food court. It was behind glass. There was somebody waiting on you, and you would just point to all the items you wanted to put in your salad. It was like $15, depending on what you put in there. And it would last me 2 meals. Like, it was fantastic, homemade dressings, and it closed down at COVID, never reopened. I so disappointed that salad bar never reopened. Fabulous. Darn it, Harris. Darn it anyhow. Oh, Joe, how are you, pal? I see you in the goo. If you want to come up and say hello, we'd love to have you. Haven't spoken to you in a while. Brad, what do you have going on today?
Not much going on today. Just rest. This week, actually I'm gonna spend a lot of time on some of my edits. But not a whole lot going on this week.
Quiet week. There's nothing wrong with that after the month you've had, for sure. Absolutely. All right.
Oh, and shout out to Kessler, who got me again. He lasted till 10 from the money and then decided to bust out.
He drives you crazy, doesn't he? Oh, I love it. He drives you absolutely crazy.
I must be a mush. I don't think he's ever cashed a tournament that I've taken a piece of him.
Damn it. Okay, so before I buy any more pieces, I'm going to find out if you're in it. Because if you are,
The only
you're
thing
the
I
damn
have
mush.
of him, I'm in the 10K 7 stud 8. I took a piece of him in that. I took 10% of him. So you want to avoid that one like the plague.
Well, I think I already bought that one. I have to go look. I don't remember what I bought. I was trying to, unfortunately, my credit card got compromised. If you guys remember, both of my credit cards, when I was coming back from Chicago and from the funeral. And then once I got home, the other one got compromised when my
Oh, is that
husband.
why it's not working now?
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
damn, I was wondering about. I've been meaning to ask you about that.
Yeah. And I was trying to reload on Poker Stake yesterday and put my new card in, and the process is nearly impossible because you want to add money, so you would want to deposit money, right? Well, no. If you need to change a credit card, you have to go to the withdrawal section to add a new credit card, and it would never accept my toggle to go do that. So I have no idea what's going on. So I may just forget about it and not play any the rest of this.
Well, could you let me know when you get that resolved? Because it's kind of annoying when you go to use it and it gets declined.
Oh, yeah. Whatever. I'm just happy that they arrived and my son could bring them with him. One of them. The other one was shipped to me, but it's just annoying. It's just annoying. The crooks figure out a way. Us honest people, get the shaft, and they have all these, fraud alerts and all this shit. Okay, if that shit worked, then nobody would have been able to charge on my card. So obviously that doesn't work, except to, take up my time as a customer because you're calling me to see if those are my charges, and they've already gone through. Like, so stupid. I mean, am I the only one that feels that way? Oh my God. All right,
I
you
like when
guys.
you're going on a trip, so you take out a credit card that's you haven't used, but it's got a nice limit on it, so you can put everything on this trip on your credit card, and then you use it once or twice, and now you start getting all these fraud alerts.
100%. That
Trying to drive across country, putting gas in. Like you put gas in the second time, they're like, what's going on here?
no, trust
Like,
me.
heaven forbid somebody drives somewhere.
I went through the ringer with the credit card companies when my daughter was on the road because we literally could be in 6 different states, in a 2 week period of time, and it was ridiculous. Like, oh my God, the amount of phone calls I'd have to make. And I'm like, it is us. And this is exactly what I would say to them. Look at the charges on my account and tell me how many are actually in the city I live in. And now tell me how many are outside of the state I live in. Do you see the problem here? Oh, it was so annoying. So annoying. Yeah, they want you to use their card, but then when you do, it's all kind of hoops you're jumping through. Meanwhile, the crooks have already charged your card and are enjoying a siesta on you. All right, you guys, round the horn. Anybody got anything else to bring up? If not, we're going to start our day out of a space and get off social media, people, and go touch the grass. So, Brad, going to start with you just one last time. Anything else you'd like to bring up?
No, just good luck to everybody out there, the live felt, the virtual felt, wherever you're playing. And thank you, Sherry, as always. Always a great space.
Thank you, buddy. Glad you could join us this morning. Fats, anything else you'd like to bring up?
No, I think I pretty much got it covered. Bathwater, if you still have an issue with me, DM me and maybe we can work it out. Other than that, always a pleasure to participate in this daily venture, despite Alan Kessler's failures.
I appreciate you. Appreciate you, Fats. Have a good day, buddy. ASG, anything before we sign off, buddy?
Nope. I know some people in the Battle of the Ages, and good luck with that. Yep. Hopefully, we'll have some people finally run deep.
I know. Come on. And we need our Team Spacers folks to start earning us points again. We slipped back, I think.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything in the last couple days. No final tables or anything.
Yeah, nothing. The only thing I know that right now is that Steven Song is still in a tournament right now, but I think there was still. Let me look. Yeah, there's still 357 people going into today, but at least he's still in it. And there may be others. I just didn't go through the whole list. I typically just look in the top 100 quickly to see if any of our team members are still in it to win it. So here we are.
All right, let's go Star Crabs.
Yeah, let's go, Team Spacers. Appreciate all of you for tuning in, whether it's live or on the recording. I appreciate you. Have a great day, everybody. If you're on the felt, good luck. If not, go outside and touch the grass. Get off social media. Live your life, folks. Live your life. Thank you.